Hello everyone, I'm Vasudha Chauhan from Diet Manpuri, and today I will tell you about a request sentence. So let's start. Sentences that are used to make request are called request sentences. They start with words like please and kindly, but don't have noun or pronoun as a subject of the sentence. A request is a sentence that asks someone politely to do something. It ends with a period, means full stop, or a question mark. For examples, please come in, kindly go out, kindly sit quietly, please call him immediately. Next, modal verbs. We can use can, could, may, might, will, and would to make requests. These are called modals. In English grammar, a modal is a verb that combines with another verb to indicate mood or tense. A modal, also known as a modal auxiliary or modal verb, expresses necessity, uncertainty, ability, or permission. A modal verb is followed by another verb in the base form and infinitive without the to, and they are not conjugated. We do not add an s in third person. Pattern for using modal verbs in different sentences. Modal verb in positive sentence. Following is the structure of using modal verbs in positive sentence. Subject plus modal verb plus verb. For examples, I can speak English. So here, I is subject, can is modal verb, and speak is verb. Some more sentences. He can speak Spanish. She can speak Spanish. Number 2, modal verbs in negative sentence. Following is the structure of using modal verbs in negative sentence. Subject plus modal verb plus not plus verb. Here are some examples. You must not walk on the grass. So, you is subject here. Must is modal verb. Not and walk is verb. Some more sentences. He cannot speak Arabic. We should not be late. Number 3, modal verbs in interrogative sentences. Following is the structure of using modal verbs in interrogative sentences. Modal verb plus subject plus verb. For example, may I help you? Can I have another piece of cake, please? Would you like to come with us? Next, use of modal verbs. Number 1, can or could. Both can and could are modal verbs. Can is used to make a simple request in an informal manner. Could is also used to make a request. The use of could is more polite than can. For examples, can I sit with you? Can I have some water, please? Could I see the principal, please? Number 1, can. Can is used in following ways. A. To express ability. Can means to be physically able, to do something, or to know how to do something. For examples, birds can fly. Elephants can't fly. I can speak 2 languages. Means birds have capacity to fly. Elephants don't have capacity to fly. I have capacity to speak 2 languages. B. To express a possibility in general, this refers to a theoretical possibility. For example, it can get cold there at night, so take a jacket. I know you can win the competition. Well, I think your car can be repaired, but isn't not going to be cheap. C. To offer to do something for others. Can is used when you offer to help someone or to do something for them. For example, can I carry your bags for you? D. To ask for or give permission to request something. Can is used to ask for request, permission or to give permission. Next, could. Could is similar to can and often replaces can in the past tense, though not always. A. To express ability in the past. For example, I could always beat you at tennis when we were kids. It means they are talking about past. B. To express past or future permission. For example, could I bury my cat in your backyard? C. To express present possibility. For example, we could always spend the afternoon just sitting around talking. D. To express possibility or ability, contingent circumstances. For example, if he studied harder, he could pass this course. Second, may and might. May and might are more formal than can and could. To make requests made with might are very formal and usual. For examples, may I know your name, please? Might I know if the results have been declared? May. May is used A. To express possibility. Rashi may come today. It may rain today. So these sentences show possibility. B. To express permission. You may go now. May I come in, sir? C. To express wish, faith, hope. May God succeed. May God bless you. D. To express a purpose. She is working hard so that she may win a scholarship. Next, might. Might, past form of may, is used A. To express less possibility. She might come today. Means it's not confirmed. She may come or not. Next, it might rain tonight. B. To express permission. Might I start the discussion? Next, to express guess. That might be the postman. Number 3, shall and should. Shall is used A. To express pure future with the first person I and we. We shall learn this lesson next week. I shall help you. B. To ask for advice, suggestion, request, etc. with the first person I or we in the interrogative. For example, shall I bring a cup of coffee for you? It shows request. Shall I open the door? It shows advice. Shall we meet tomorrow? It shows suggestion. C. To express command, threat, warning, promise, determination, etc. with the second and third persons, you, he, she, they, etc. Some examples are here. You shall do it. It shows command. He shall be punished if he repeats this mistake. It shows threat. She shall have a reward. Promise. It shows promise. Next, they shall defend their honor. It shows determination. When there is doubt, use will. Next, should. Past form of shall is used. A. To express duty, obligation, or advisability or desirability. For example, we should obey our parents. It shows duty. You should not be late. It shows obligation. You should go for a walk. Advisability. Here is a note. Should often imply a mild suggestion or advice. It is milder form of must and ought to express logical inference, supposition, assumption, possibility, probability. For example, they should be at home now. It shows possibility. Next, if he should see me there, he will be surprised. B. To express purpose after lest in expression of fear. For example, work hard lest you should fail. Next, they hired a taxi lest they should miss the train. Fourth, will and would. Will and would are also used to make polite requests for actions in the immediate or distant future. For example, will or would. You can use either will or would. You open the door, please. Will or would. You lend me your book. Will. Will is used A. to express the pure future with the second and third person. You, he, she, it, they. For example, you will die of hunger. The chief minister will lay the foundation stone. B. To express willingness, intention, promise, determination with the first person, I and we. For example, I will write to you again. It shows promise. I will help you. It shows willingness or intention. They will fight to the finish. It shows determination. C. To express a characteristic habit, assumption, invitation, or request and insistence. For example, a dog usually obeys his master. It shows characteristic habit. Next, he will be there by now. Assumption, it shows assumption. Next, will you dance with me? It shows request. He will not listen of the doctor's advice. It shows insistence. A note is here. Will is never used with the first person in the interrogative. Next, would. Past form of the will is used. A. To express a habit. He would rise early in the morning and go for a walk. He would sit for hours reading this book. B. To express a polite request. Would you open the door, please? Would you mind standing here? C. To express a wish, preference. I wish you would come with us. Wish that he were here. I would rather have a coffee than milk. I would like to come with you. D. To express an imaginary condition. I would do it if I were allowed. I would buy a bike if I won a lottery. So, students, try to use these modal verbs in your conversation. It would make your conversation effective.